Friends, welcome to TechLake PySpark video tutorials. In this ongoing Spark SQL sessions, today we'll understand DML operations, primarily insert, what is exactly insert, and how we will use insert in Databricks Spark SQL. So when it comes to any data engineering project or lakehouse or data science project, Spark SQL is one of the common language. Primarily, we can focus on data retrieval like select, but before that, we'll understand data manipulation language, which will get more clarity on that. So if you go to the data manipulation language, so I said already this DBC file, even many people are asking me, where is this DBC file? I already mentioned in every video description. You can go to the video description, you can find this link. It is available in my GitHub. So just search in a GitHub PySpark Telugu, or you can search with my name Ravindra TAL. You can find my name or Ravindra TAL PySpark Telugu. So you can find my repository, or just I'm looking for all Git. So just Google it. This is my GitHub repository. You can find this. See this. So there you can go to the search. There is a notebook called the Databricks Spark SQL tutorial. Okay. You can open this DBC file. You can open this DBC file. You can click on this. You'll get a download option. And some people, if you don't get a download option, register in GitHub, then get that DBC file. So the DBC file directly you can copy that URL. If you don't want to download, copy that URL, then go to your workspace, right click, import, go to your workspace, Databricks workspace, right click, import, select the URL, import that notebook. Without downloading, you can copy that URL, then go to your workspace, right click and import. So you'll be getting this entire Databricks Spark SQL completed notebooks. So I have created this tutorial to understand Spark SQL. So there, if you go to the DML, there you can find the list of operations: insert, delete, restore, truncate, update, merge, SCD type 1, type 2, type 3. So I have created separate notebooks for each operations. First, we'll understand insert. So whenever you go with a Databricks Community Edition, right? So if you create any table, the table will be available here. But if you restart your cluster, if you terminate and if you recreate your cluster, it will remove Spark catalog metadata. You see the table is available, right? I'll show you that. You can go with the select star from the table. Table is available, and the table location will be available in backend. This is the default location. Okay. This is very important information, mainly in community edition. So for learners, like, so you see the table is available and data also available. If you restart your cluster, if you terminate, right, consider I'm going to terminate. Okay. Consider you did some practice today. Tomorrow when you log in again, when you create a new cluster, so this cluster you cannot use. So you can, there is no restart option. If you restart also, you cannot restart in a community edition. So it is disabled. You can delete this. You can create a new cluster. But when it comes to when you are creating a new cluster, right? When you are creating a new cluster, whatever metadata was there in this metadata in a Spark catalog in community edition, especially, that will be purged. You cannot find that now. Once a cluster is available, this is only for community edition. So whenever you terminate a cluster, whenever you recreate a cluster, that Spark catalog metadata won't be available, but data will be there in a particular location. This location data will be there. But whenever you try to create a table, if data already is available, if you try to create a new table on that location, it will raise exception. I will show you now. I will show you now. So remember, while practicing in community edition, your default location of your table, user, your warehouse. And if you restart your cluster, if you terminate and if you recreate a new cluster, right? Metadata, nothing but your table columns metadata will be there in a Spark catalog. The Spark catalog will be purged. Let's wait a few more minutes, because when you are creating a new cluster, right, it will be available in 2 to 5 minutes in between. If you go to the event log, you can find this cluster. This cluster will be available for you within 5 minutes. Even the enterprise cluster also will be available in within 5 minutes. So that is possible with Docker. Docker is helping a lot in cloud services. Okay, so Docker is a virtualization company. So Databricks, they are using a Docker images backend, pre-configured Ubuntu, Spark, Python, Scala, Java. All this pre-configured image will be there. Whenever you select this cluster, Databricks runtime, when you're choosing a Databricks runtime, means you are choosing a Docker image in backend. So they will be having their own Docker images for this version. Whenever you choose and create, they will be creating one virtual machine on cloud in a particular data center. So when you are creating here, the default you see the availability zones, US West Data Center, AWS, Amazon Data Center, US West. So a default auto zone. So every data center will be divided into 3 zones. So availability, whatever available in a zone, resources cluster, it will go and use that virtual machine. That's all. It will create a virtual machine on that particular cluster. It may be any zone, zone A, zone B, zone C. So that's about a Docker. Even you can just search a Docker container, Docker image for Databricks. So you can go to the Docker website, or even you can customize the website if you know the Docker, if you understand the Docker. So they gave a complete information about this. Okay, you can customize. So this is the Docker company. So there you can find the Docker images. You see, these are our Docker images. Okay, you can find the details. You have account, you can go and verify that. This is the Docker one image. So backend will be Ubuntu Linux operating system. And if you want to copy, you can copy this Docker pull command, and how many pull request. Okay, 3 days ago. So they created this. Now, let's go back to our cluster. So cluster is available. Let's verify how much time it has taken. So 10, 10 exactly, 10, 10, 22 seconds. Sorry, not 10, 10, 10 seconds IST timing. Now, how much time it has taken? Nearly 3 minutes, 44 seconds. So 2 to 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes average. So in between. Now, let's go back, verify that. So we are go and verify this table. You cannot find the Spark catalog in community edition. It's purged. You cannot find the table. It's purged. It's loading. You can run this query. Sorry, you can run this query. You cannot find the table. Assign the cluster. So assign the cluster, and you can verify that. So you see tabular view does not found. If you go to the data, now still it is loading. Sometimes it will take some time. That's okay. Now see no tables. But when you verify the table data, right, you can see the data is available. So this is delta table, but metadata is not available. But delta by path it is available. Delta by path it is available. So delta by path it will be available. When you're trying to create a table without location means the default location is that is that location, data is available. Now if I create a table, drop table, create table, then it will raise exception saying that the location already using. Location already using. If you want to create a table on top of that, you can create specifying that location. There's an option like can create. So create table, table name, location. So now you see it is raising exception. Spark catalog default database EMP table associated with the location already using. It's not empty. Okay. Now if you want to create a table on top of that, which you can create table and location. Create table and location. So this is this table which you can use the data. So the table is created now. So we used the location option and we created that. Now you can fetch the data. Table will be having data. And this table, when it comes to table type, if you verify that records is available, if you go to show create table, and this is here. It is external table because we specified a location, right? Whenever you specify a table, it will treat as external table. So even if you remove the table also, drop table, table name, even if you remove table also, that location will be there. So that is external location. So external location you need to remove manually. So how to remove external table data and metadata? How to remove external table metadata like this? How to remove external table data %fs rm minus r recursively folders, subfolders are available. I'm going to drop that. So this is about how to remove external table only metadata, external table data as well. Now you can create a table because that location is empty, no one is using. You can create a new table. Now let's understand the insert statement. Any database, you can choose Oracle, Teradata, SQL Server, right? Most of the databases will have a similar kind of syntaxes. Even Spark SQL also similar kind of syntaxes. Insert into table. So insert into table name, values, you can give a static values like this individually. This is one of the option. So every record, when you are going for insert, right? Every record, it will insert as a new file because backend is a file system. So 15 records, 15 files will be there. If you go like this location and verify, that's why we won't do real-time manual inserts like this, just for knowledge purpose. Sometimes static values if you want to insert into some table. And if you want to create one table on top of that, you can create another table. That is also possible. We'll see that one as well. This table creation in progress. Sorry, data is going to insert. 8 records is completed. The 9th record, version 9. Then next 10th. So version start from 0, right? So 0 means 10 version, 11th record. So 14 version, 15th record. Just wait a few more seconds. So this is one of the common option, inserting data. But inserting data, normally the static values, big data we won't use, just maybe some static tables for metadata creation, right? That time it will help you. Now go and verify this location. You see, first one is a directory because default is delta table. Remaining are Parquet files. How many Parquet files? 15. So first one is ignore this, the remaining 15 files. Every record one file. That is called insert. I'm going to create another table. So before that, I'm going to drop this location, department table, and same way I'm going to insert the data. So when you are inserting here, you can use this insert option, or you can use a union as well. Okay. So instead of using a values, you can use a select, then you can use union null. Okay. Just look at this. So this is called dummy query. Just I'm commenting this insert script to show you the data first, to show you the data. Okay, this is the records. And when you are going for this, just I'm removing this round brackets. If you want to create alias names, you can create alias names. For first statement, which you can create alias names. Consider I want alias name as here, department number, then alias name as here, department name, then alias name as here, the location. So now if you verify this, so department number, department name, location. I'm going to insert this data into this table. Insert into table without using a values keyword, I'm going to use a select statement. Even this is possible. Even this is possible. So instead of values keyword, I use the select statement, that a select statement returning a 4 records. 4 records is going inserted into that table. And go and verify in this location. Go and verify in this location. That's the department location, default location of this. And here. So this. And again, data. Each record one file. That's why we want to go with insert. Whenever you go with the insert, right, new record, it will create a new file. Now, what I'll do, I want to create a table from that. Consider create table as select query. Create table as select query. This is select query. I'm going to read data from table. Okay, I'll explain this. And whenever you want to filter the data, normally what we will do, we'll go with where condition. If I give where 1 equal to 2, so that is false. So where class always it will accept the return Boolean value. So based on your condition, if it is returning a Boolean true or false, based on that it will return the data. So here 1 equal to 2 false, so it won't return any data. I want to create a table. I want to create a table from this without data. Okay. First, I will show you if already location is available. User, Hive, warehouse. If location already available, I need to drop that location, right? Drop. Okay, now. So now I'm going to create a table, create table name as. So create a table as select query. So, but without data. I want to create only table. I want to clone this table structure. I want to create only table structure. And I don't want the data. Now this table, you don't see any data. Now only table is created. Table is created. Now, if I want to insert data, what I can do? Insert into this table, select star from that table. Without values keyword, select star from this table and inserting into that table. Okay. Now 15 records are inserted. Now you can go and verify the table location. So data is available there. Data is available. So now even you can insert data from one table to another table, or even you can clone only metadata, nothing but you can create only one table from another table just using where 1 equal to 2. Or if you want to table with the data, consider I will create another one called backup one without condition. Now it will create a table, then it will insert the data. Now it will create a table, it will insert the data. So this is called insert. It's called insert. Now you can find the data and table, both will be there. emp underscore backup one. Okay, now you see this. So that is called CTAS. So create table as select query. So we are creating a table from existing table, that is a query, or maybe one table or n number of tables, but use that query and you can create a table. If you don't want data, use where 1 equal to 2. It will create only table without data. So this is about insert operation. So insert are common. Even you can use any table type, like maybe CSV, JSON, any table type. Insert supports all table types. Only if you're looking for delete, update, merge, then you need to go with the delta table. You can create any table and you can insert the data. I'll create a new table, create a table, customers, then ID, integer, name, string. Then using type is CSV. So I'm going to create a CSV type table. Now it looks like location already available. I'll drop this location. User, hive, warehouse, customers. So now I'm going to create a table, but CSV type. If I insert some data, insert into customers, select one is an ID and Ravi is a value. Now I'm going to insert into the table. Now if you query, even if it is a CSV type, okay, you can find the data that one record will be there. That one record. But when you look at this location, right? So backend file system will be CSV files. So this is CSV file. You can verify and read data from CSV file using head option. Sorry. Copy this file. Use head option. It's a CSV file, .csv file, and you can see the data. Even you can go to the show create table also. Show create table name. It's you can verify that using type will be CSV. So insert supports all file type. Only DML other than insert, truncate. Then if you want to go with the update, delete, merge, then you should use only delta table. So next session what we will do, we'll understand truncate first, then we'll move on update, delete, merge. Okay, thank you. If you're not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and see you in another video. Thank you. Have a good day.